Okay. Hello, hello. How is everybody this morning?
Good
Great to see you
morning.
guys. And we hope everybody is doing really well. So it feels silly to introduce Steph because I'm sure that you know her if you've been in this Kaya world, or if you're just jumping on new to either Facebook Live or to our Friday Zoom events. Steph has been on here many times. She has her nursing degree. She is the owner of Kaya Fit Carlsbad, head of education. She is amazing at almost everything she loves in life. So she is somebody I lean on heavily when we talk about doing something like this, like a reset, mental strength, meditation, all of that good stuff. So I'm excited to have her today. And as we dive in to the topic of hitting the reset. So before we even dive into the reset, please type in like where you're calling in from and anything that you want to share, maybe where you are and why you'd like to hit the reset. I know for me, spring is just the best time to let go of like the winter heaviness and become just light in our spirit, light in our meals, light in just in our lives. So we created at Kaya, we created a 7-day reset. Deb's going to put the link in Facebook and here in our Zoom chat if you want to join us for the 7-day reset. Now, the great thing about the 7-day reset is it's yours forever, and we're just doing for to launch it, we want to do like live help on Facebook to walk you through it. So Steph and I are both going to do the reset, and we're starting on Monday. If you want to join us, you can purchase the reset if you're feeling like sluggish, if you're sick of just feeling like, oh my gosh, why can I not lose weight? Or why do I have this extra weight on my belly? Or why am I, just feeling tired? What we've done is we've created this reset that we can walk you through, and us together, unified, to really think about the great things that we can do for our body in a very short amount of time. So whether you're going to do the reset with us on Monday or not, you can check out the link. You can check it out. It's got all kinds of things on anti-inflammatory, losing belly fat, gut health. We have daily meditations. We have recipes, all kinds of awesome stuff. But today, what we're going to talk about is first and foremost how to do hard things. So when we're looking at life, like how to do hard things, then how not to diet. We don't want you to feel like a 7-day reset is a diet. How not to diet, and then how to hit your reset, how to hit that metabolism boost to feel more energetic and happy kind of throughout wherever life is leading you right now. So again, if you just jumped on, this is my sister, Coach Steph. She is and has been an educational leader in results, meditation, how to do hard stuff. So Steph, how do we do hard stuff?
For me, and I think one of the most important things in starting something new is to understand the why of doing hard things. So in order to get yourself to even start something difficult, and definitely to get yourself to follow through on it, is to understand your why, and not having a why like an external why. Because I don't know about you, but I've tried that source of motivation and it hasn't worked, and it doesn't work. And they show that diets don't work, and they actually do opposite for us. They help us to put on weight, and that's not what we want. And not just weight, but the weight that we don't want to be carrying around, that the adipose or fat tissue that secretes hormones that causes this whole cascade of emotional issues that create this cycle within us, that we keep doing this over and over and over. So understanding the why, and it doesn't so much matter what you're doing, but that you're creating something difficult and then committing to it 150%. So that means getting everybody in your life on board and knowing, so that you have accountability, because it will get hard. It's not an if, definitely will get hard. And knowing that you have the accountability so that you will stick through it through the hard times in the next 7 days. And really 7 days is all it takes to get yourself on a cycle of change.
Right.
So we've been in this cycle of lockdown, right? We've been in this cycle of winter. And now it's time to, knowing that we're about 20 days to the first day of spring.
Yay.
Summer's coming. There is an end to this unending feeling of winter. And we are going to, instead of waiting until right before summertime and going, gosh, I wish I would have done this. It looks like I'm going to wear my clothes to the beach again all summer, or whatever it is for you, or like emotionally. For me, a lot of times it's just emotionally the changes that happen. And, Nikki talks about that. And we talk about that in the 7-day reset, that how much of your happy hormones are in your gut. So we're doing this hard thing because emotionally we know this is going to pull us out of maybe whatever funk we've been going through, or put us in our most optimal emotional state. So understanding your why do we do hard things?
Right.
Because
so real quick on that.
Right here.
Right. So real quick on that. So when we're thinking about, just take a second, grab your pen, and just one why. Like one why. So Steph, there was a lot of like great nuggets in there. And what is your why? Because she talked about like the external forces of, I'm going to whatever. I want to wear my shorts and a tank top, and I want to look good this summer. So that's an external why. But right now, why do you want to hit the reset? Why do you want to do, or maybe you don't, like that's the thing, is you do have to want it, but why do you want to do a 7-day reset, or why do you want to reset?
There's like a little nugget in that too. So it's not just like you're shallow, like, oh, I want to look good in my bathing suit this summer. But if you dig deeper into that, it's like, I want to, what is that? Do you really care about what you look like in your bathing suit? Well, what is that? I want the feeling of being proud of myself. Or maybe it's, I want to feel my best by the time I get, or I want to be proud of myself for sticking to something for the first time in my life. Like it's a feeling on the inside that you're looking for, a feeling of, I committed to something and I followed through on it, and it was hard and most people can't do it. And I've never done it in the past, and this time I did it. So you're looking for the feeling of being really proud of yourself for overcoming something that's difficult. And that's not shallow. That's not something that's on the surface. It could look that way, and starting with, I want to fit into whatever jeans or whatever it is for you. But really it's the feeling you're looking for of being proud of yourself,
And being
of
strong,
being confident, of feeling healthy.
an energetic body.
Yes, it's all that stuff is really internal if you just dig a little bit deeper than the surface. So, but having that why front and center is what's going to help you get through the hard stuff. And then be an observer. And we'll go more into this during the 7-day reset, checking in with each other and talking to each other, because this takes more time than what we have this morning. But understanding that you're going to go through really hard moments, and you're going to be challenged throughout the 7 days, and becoming an observer of that. So like a merry-go-round, you can just be on it and spinning and spinning, and this is so hard. But if you can just take a little bit of perspective, take a big deep breath, step back when you're standing in the kitchen, you're debating on whether you're going to eat that cupcake or whatever it is, whatever challenge you're having at the moment, whether you're deciding whether you're going to step out the front door to go exercise. But just in that moment, having the awareness to step outside of the merry-go-round and say, why am I struggling with this right now? This is going to be here next week. 7 days from now, I can decide to throw this all out the window. But for 7 days, I'm going to watch my mind. And I'm going to try to understand why my brain thinks this is so hard. I have thousands of days left on this planet, perhaps. And why is 7 days of committing to something so challenging for us? And just getting curious this week. So we'll go into that more.
And that's why we included a daily meditation in our 7-day reset. So whether you want to do the 7-day reset with us, we hope you do and join us, or whether you want to do something on your own, finding that challenge. But what we did for the 7-day reset, we start every day with a daily meditation. And it's just 5 minutes of like looking at your thoughts and being that observer, instead of just being in that like loop of what sometimes feels like we're crazy. Sometimes it's like you go around and around. You can step out and be the observer, and starting your day with, okay, what do I want in this day? And what do I need to reset? Like, what is it? Because we're all different. Every single one of us are different. We all come with different strengths and different battles and different journeys. And what I know for sure is when you commit to your health and when you commit to like your energy, just a little bit of time for yourself in the morning, everything else is that keystone behavior. Everything else is going to be better. So this spring, or 20 days to spring, we're going to get a jump start on that spring. Is we're going to do 7 days together of just being inquisitive. So from there, so we're talking about like, okay, how to do hard things and what that looks like and what that feels like. And we're going to dive into that, just like Steph said, every day with the 7 day reset. But really talking about also why it's important not to diet. And sometimes when you come into any kind of programs that we do or other programs, we can come in with a diet mentality of like, I'm going to lose 6 pounds, which you might, but when you come in with this like restrictive um, frame of mind, what happens?
You rebound, and it happens every time. We know this happens, and we hear this over and over and over, right? It's like this over and over repeat that we hear, but we still do it, right? Don't diet, it doesn't work. You put on weight, you end up bouncing back and putting on more weight, but we all still buy into this because we want a solution, and we're craving a solution to feeling like we are the master of this vessel that we have been given for
In
this
control.
life, right? We want to feel in control. And that's important, but it's not the control that's like an over dominating parent, right? Because does that work either? And we see that with like raising children. If you're so harsh and so mean and so strict and not coming from a loving perspective, what does your child usually do? They rebel, right? And we're the same way. It's just human nature. Whether we like it or not, we're animals, we're human beings, and we all react the same way to that over strict, that stern, mean control. And instead, if we can reason with ourselves, be kind, be gentle, and understand that the craving mind is part of being a human.
All of us.
How can we work? And you're not alone. You are not alone. And sometimes it feels like we're crazy because we're like, I want this, but I keep doing this. And I've done that my whole life. I want this, but I'm not doing the things it takes to do that. But there's a part of your mind that is struggling with that. It's not you, right? There's a part of your mind that is struggling with whatever that is for you, whatever that hard thing is for you. But when you define yourself as that hard thing, as that struggling part, that's when we have a hard time. So stepping back and saying, okay, I'm committing to not being this mean dictator because I know it doesn't work. Not only does it not feel good, it doesn't work. So if you haven't experienced that before, maybe this will be your experiment with that, but it does not work. The committing to I'm not going to diet because it's a mean and dictative thing to do to my body, it doesn't work. I'm going to work with my body, work with my mind, work with my tribe, whoever your support system is, and to create a better way of living the rest of my life.
Right, a balance of like being so kind to yourself that you are actually sitting down to be mindful to eat, that you actually like smell the food, that you enjoy the exercise that you're gifted, that you get to sleep at a time that maybe you turn off the digital, like you're babying yourself and you're loving yourself so much that you just feel nurtured, you feel loved, you feel supported, and then your body becomes what it's meant to be. It's not a one body type. It's like it's not the media. It's not this like perfect whatever that is that we have put into our mind. It's just loving your body so much that your energy is rising, that you get excited about meals and you're not demonizing food, that you get excited about exercising with friends or you appreciate coaches and you just get really into this mode of this food makes me feel good. I feel nurtured and I feel happy. I feel satisfied. And then with everything, with starting your day with mindfulness, starting your day with breath, connecting to people who make you feel loved, connecting to people who like are not stressful and people who really want the same thing. And so when we're talking about how not to diet is just doing more things that make you feel good, that and gifting that to other people
being kind to ourselves isn't giving ourselves that sugary treat at the end of the day.
Right.
Right. That's going to be something that the heart of this is overcoming the cycle and the things that we've been doing. So it takes longer than 7 days to overcome the habits that we've put into place. But this is a great kickstart. It's a great jump start. But understanding that treat is something kind and long-term good for us.
Right.
So we're going to reset with the craving for right now and right here, the sweet, or the sitting on the couch and watching Netflix, or getting into bed before we do our meditation or before we go out and exercise. That what we call treat is a short-term treat, which is a long-term detriment, right? So thinking long term, thinking past this 7 days, but this 7 days is going to be knowing that we're going to have a lot to overcome together, right? So we're going to be able to eventually change. You know, your taste buds, you don't even have the same taste buds within about 14 days. So if you give yourself the chance to reset in these 7 days, it's going to take a little bit longer than that. This will be our jump start.
Yeah.
But knowing that it takes time and that we're going to be able to do this together, and that during those hard times we're going to reach out and use each other as a resource, use that commitment that we made to ourselves, having that why posted up somewhere where we can see it. All of these pieces are going to help us to have this foundation of 7 days lead us into this next coming spring season.
And really, this is our final topic, and we're going to leave you guys in just like 2 minutes. And so, but the resetting your metabolism is, if you think about your metabolism is like the orchestra of your whole body. So you have all of these cells, like trillions and trillions of cells that want to perform for you. But when we eat sugar and or processed foods, it takes these cells and short term, it gives us this like high, but long term, what Steph was saying is it slows our metabolism. And it's the same thing with starving yourself. If you're only eating a small amount of calories because you want to lose weight, you're actually taking your metabolism and you're taking it down. You're reducing the calories that you burn at rest. So you have to eat less and less your whole entire life.
That's a slippery slope. Pretty soon because we're so efficient as humans, you can get your body to where you can survive on 700 calories and just maintain. Who wants to do that?
No.
That's miserable.
And you can see in people's faces, like when they go on these like crash diets, like the first thing, it's like you have this like gauntlet look of a face. And what we want is we want to rev and fuel our metabolism with amazing meals, like really good food. We want to fuel our metabolism with focused movement, like really thinking about how to move our body to strengthen. And we want to raise our metabolism by having good friends and great coaches that inspire us to get fired up for life. So when we go through this 7 day reset together, if you want to join us, if not, hopefully this was still helpful. The 7 day reset, you can purchase it through the link. You can use it anytime. It's always yours to have. It's a gift from us to you that has daily meditations. As I said at the beginning, it talks about how to decrease inflammation. It talks about food sensitivities, how to decrease belly fat, how to get rid of sugar, increase your fiber and get that great gut health. But it also has like the help in exercising. But what we're going to do to help you really understand it and how you can use it as a tool for the rest of your life is we're going to offer this one time only, where if you purchase and it's only like $19, it's nothing, but you purchase the reset, Steph and I are going to meet you on a private Facebook page, and we're going to do bite-sized daily coaching, just daily result coaching, where we just talk together about how to make the most out of this 7 day spring into what do you want to plant right now in winter that you want to see bloom and blossom this summer.
The time is now, like not waiting until it's almost summertime and we're panicked and we're trying to starve ourselves and we're trying to have all this regret. Like, so now is the time. We're going to set ourselves up for the most healing and the most energetic summer that we've ever had, this is the time. This is your time. This is the time to reset, to plant those seeds, to create all of these little things, these little habits that are going to change the rest of your life. And we're going to do it together. And I think that's so important, the accountability that we're going to have together.
The unity, the sisterhood.
We're going to check in every day.
And men can do it too. So if you please share it with a friend, like if this speaks to you at all, or if you know somebody that this speaks to, this is something that, like, this is our life work. This is our life passion. Like, this is something that we know 100% with all of our hearts that this is what the world needs. The world needs, like, us to get together and say it's important that we're healthy. It's important
It's
that
the
we're
foundation
happy.
for everything. If we're going to change the world, this is our foundation. This is the machine that we have to take to go out and change the world. So it is so vitally important that the vehicle we have to go out and make an impact on the planet in this little short time that we're here is in the best shape it possibly can be. That is so important, that you're making a difference while you're here on this planet. Everything has to do with how you treat this precious little vehicle you have to do it with. So this part, we're going to get dialed in. We're going to get it all automated, the habits, the healthy habits, the way we treat ourselves, the way we show up in the world, so that we can go out and do bigger and better things and think about other things, right? So we're going to get this part so it's automated and easy, and we're on a healthy path to taking care of ourselves for the rest of our lives. And then we can go out and think about all the other things that we can do to contribute to this planet.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you have any questions, you can always DM me. You can always reach out to Deb. Deb, if you don't mind, maybe put your email or however you'd like people to contact. So if you ever have a problem with tech, because sometimes that happens, right? Just reach out to us because we're here to help you. We can send you the link. Whatever you're going to do, wherever you're going to take yourself, just know that you're not alone, that we're here for you. If you know somebody who needs like a scholarship or needs to be sponsored, this is not about the money. This is about like just creating better things out in this universe and really just being brave and doing things that are hard, like doing things that challenge you, but for the long-term good of you, because if you take good care of yourself, then you're going to take good care of others.
And this is the only really opportunity we have for community right now, right? This is community during this time. So all of us getting together right now is more important than ever. So like Nikki was saying, reach out to somebody, have them do it with you.
Please share.
Because that's how you succeed, and that's how you help others that maybe didn't have the opportunity to be here today. So find somebody that needs you, buddy up with them, and let's do this.
Okay, so we'll see you guys very soon. If you want to do a workout with me, hi Rory. So if you want to do a workout with me at 9 o'clock, you can sign up on the KaiaFit app. Again, with this reset, it's a 7-day reset. It's an ebook, so you have it forever. But we're going to do one time where we're going to do a private Facebook page, and we're all going to get together just a few minutes. You can watch it whenever. Keep each other accountable and really help each other do hard things, but do hard things that really make us feel good and energetic. Okay, thanks you guys.
Thanks
Great to see
on,
everybody.
guys.
Love you.